And see, I'm supposed to have it in the wrong spot for that shit. Ooh, there we go. Oh, hey!
Hello, folks.
Hello, Jay. You're the only one on here watching me.
Right.
Alright. We
Forgot to do
our live last
the
night.
lot. Well, we didn't forget. We were busy last week or 2 weeks ago. What? What are you
Doggy
doing?
going crazy over there.
Calm down. No, you cannot come
We shall see. Oh, Maddox, chill out.
Go.
Here, I'll let him out.
He doesn't want out. He wants to play.
No, he didn't want to play for him.
Yeah. So we did not do the StreamYard this time. We forgot. We were out in the garden working, getting the garden ready for this, to plant in. And so we really just got done doing it. I'm still sweaty from being outside and working. Yeah. But it is what it is. We are here and we are live.
Right,
my volume's up. Turn that down. How is everybody doing? What is going on, folks? Remember to hit the thumbs up on your way in, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell.
Yes.
Oh,
I am tired.
we've been working hard.
Nobody's looking on right now.
Nope. 3 people are watching. It's us.
And that's me, you, and us. I'm pretty sure it counts us as one.
Maybe.
But I'm not 100% sure on that. I have been slacking on the YouTube section of things just because we've been incredibly busy with everything.
Life. Piglets, garden,
yeah.
Trying to get everything situated for the year, trying to make sure that we don't forget anything.
Yeah,
we've been forgetting lots of crap.
Not really forgetting, just not having enough time. Yeah. Really, the forgetful part is YouTube.
Right.
And it's not that we're forgetting, it's just, well, we did forget our last live. It was like an hour before, and we're like, oh crap, today's Wednesday. So
might as well not even get on.
Yeah. And we don't have the community tab yet, so we don't have the ability to just like jump on and be like, hey guys, no live tonight, so-and-so's happening or whatever. But we did have a couple of attempted lives.
For pig births.
And those, the first one was going really well.
Goes well.
And then as
goes to crap.
As we were we had like 5 hours of film time on Siren.
Yeah, we got 5 hours of her walking around.
Yeah, well, she had the babies like right after that, like an hour or so after it cut out on us.
Yeah.
But when we were filming hers, like when everything went down, we actually had come in to eat dinner.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, we were having ribs, pork ribs. Anyway, we came in to eat dinner, and I ran back out for something. I don't know what it was. I don't remember exactly. But I just happened to look over, and Eggsy had 3 babies on the ground, and I had a rib in my hand. So I threw my rib to Jalen, and I told her to go get Jay, and so we just kind of jumped in there. And while we were in there with Eggsy, the live stream went down. We thought it was the camera, but come to find out, our entire internet system went down, which has not happened since we got internet. So it's crazy that it did.
Wow.
Hey, how you doing, Darren?
Whichever one.
Yeah, whichever one of you, both of you.
All of you.
Cows included.
Right. have to get us one of those cute cows.
I know. Jay wants one. You just gotta ship one down here from y'all's farm.
Oh, that would be super expensive.
Oh yeah, coming from Canada. I don't even know how that would happen. Like I know in the States the
shipping animals is
going just from state to state. So going from country to I don't know. That'd probably be pretty wild. Huh? But yeah, the internet went down that time. Then we tried to film. Whose did we try to film? Etsy's. No, Mabel's. We tried to film Mabel's. And we did it on our phones. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
I don't know. Who thumbs us down before we even started?
It was like 6:15 whenever they did that.
Yeah, I don't know. But
oh well.
We're just kind of telling what happened with the last couple of lives with the pig births and live stuff. Feeds. Yeah. The second live feed was with Mabel, and we did it on the phone, Streamlabs or some type of app, and it was doing good. And then
we got one pig out.
It filmed one pig, and then my phone died.
Yeah.
Even though my phone was plugged in, but I have a crappy phone. It needs to be upgraded, but I'm like stubborn, and I hate changing phones because it's so much work. So I guess I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
it gets to 20% battery and then it just shuts off. So I guess that's what happened. Was it got to 20% and then it shut down?
Looks like it's about to do.
Yeah, probably. And so it just shut off. But because we did it through Streamlabs, it kept going even though my phone was shut off and not filming anything. And so the live kept saying that we were on, and it was just trying to reconnect or something. But we were just outside dealing with a birth. So through the entire thing of doing 8 babies? No, 8 babies.
8, 8, and 7.
Okay, it was Mabel's. So she had 3 and then stalled. So during the stall, we were able to come in and shut it off. But I don't know. I think it was on for a good 30 minutes of just nothing.
Right.
I'm not sure how long that went live. Yeah, we just have no luck with lives. Apparently, it doesn't matter which way. It just did not want to happen for us.
Yeah, I think it's telling us no the whole week.
Oh, yes. And the pigs were like, oh, hey, we're all going to have our babies right now. Like right now. For real. That was fun. We need to definitely separate when we put them
together.
Because I didn't realize that they were all in heat at the same time. Honestly, because we did go a few days in between each one. So that happened to us with our live, or our cows had to go in on my other for them to stop. Yeah, see? We had to come into the main computer to stop the live. It's crazy. I don't understand why it does that. It should automatically stop, but apparently if you go through your phone and it dies, it does not.
It continues on.
Yeah, it just pretends like you're still there. I don't get it.
I don't get half of this stuff.
Right? We're 2 years in, but we're still new to the whole live thing. We just started our first live was in December.
Right, yeah.
So we've only been going live for like 4 months. I don't know how many months it's been.
It's March.
Okay. So 4 months.
Yeah.
This light is like sunburn heaven right here. Sheesh.
We do look sunburned though.
Well, we kind of are. We've been out in the garden all week and all weekend. How have you guys been, Thorhaven, Darren, or Bridget, or both of you, and all of the guys? And the rabbits. I've seen the shorts, the rabbits. We did that on TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a video of the rabbits, That was a good one. It was funny. Yeah. Did we even get babies out of them? That go around? I don't know. We should have rabbit babies soon, though. I think.
Here in the next few weeks.
The week after Easter? No.
2 weeks after Easter. Or the week after.
The 8th. So the week after Easter.
Okay.
Yeah, so the 8th. Been great. It's Bridget. Oh, happy birthday, Bridget!
Happy birthday, Bridget!
Yay! That's awesome. What are you guys doing to celebrate?
Hanging out in the hot tub?
Maybe.
Mm.
TikTok.
Gonna alive.
Oh man, I'm so hot.
Peaceful Homestead. Hello.
Hey, Peaceful Homestead, how are you?
Okay. I was like, what did she name?
I'm just currently sharing out the live because I'm a slacker. I made the thumbnail this morning and reminded myself we needed to go live today, and then we got so busy.
I shared it this morning.
Yeah, and I couldn't find it on my phone. I don't know why I couldn't find the link on my phone. It didn't show up until we actually went live. So I'm just now being able to share it out with everyone.
We've been on for 10 minutes. You're good. You're not late. We're late.
Yeah, we just got on a little bit ago, so no one's late.
We're all
right on time. If you're not a little late, then what are you, right? We're always late to everything.
That's what they are.
Shut up. We're always late to everything. With 3 kids, it's kind of hard to make it anywhere on time.
For real.
Even if we plan ahead and we try to leave early.
Honestly, I think that's when we're the latest, is when we plan ahead.
Yes.
And try to make sure that everything's going good. And then somehow 2 hours go by and we're halfway through the birthday party or whatever we're late to.
Yeah,
the
pretty much.
Function.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
But we show up late.
Or whatever festival we're trying to get to on time or whatever.
Right. We usually show up late and then we'll stay late.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We show up late, but we're always the last to leave. Like, we hang out for a while whenever we do go places. So I feel like we make up for it in that aspect, at least.
And then they get alone time with us, most of the time, because everybody else leaves before us.
Right, so personal time with the cool kids.
Right, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I'm tired. What has everybody been up to? I gotta slow down. I hope you guys can speak Ariel. I gotta stir dinner. Hang on.
Hey, stir my cabbage. Stir my cabbage, lady. Unloading dirt from the truck bed. That's always fun.
Hey, yes. She's getting her garden bed.
That means you're getting your garden taken care of, huh? We were out doing that today, putting some row covers up and putting in some of our spring plants so that they don't get burned up. Spend some time with Bridget. Hey, y'all don't have too much fun and stay warm out there. And happy birthday again, Bridget, from all of us. But yeah, we've been putting the garden rows up and trying to keep. Maybe we can get some Brussels sprouts and some cabbage this year. Last couple of years, it's been hard to grow any kind of spring crop just because it jumps from winter to summer.
We'll see y'all later.
We'll talk to you soon.
The
weather here sucks. No, it's actually pretty nice.
Spring here just is too
short. It's like this. This is how much spring you get. This is how much winter you get, and this is how much summer you get.
And then this much spring. This much spring is not how much you need. You need this much spring for those plants to grow properly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's always the fun part. Last year, we grew cabbage, but it never got ahead on it. You blink and spring is not. That is so true. I think we're already past spring.
I think we're about to jump right into summer.
Right.
Next week will be 90 degrees.
Right. Yeah. We grew cabbage last year, but didn't get any heads. We were still able to use the leaves, and that was nice. We were able to use the big leaves from it as it was growing. And then we grew broccoli last year, but we got the tiniest little little bitty head sprout. Or like 2 or 3 of those. Each of the kids got one, I think.
It was the best broccoli that they have ever had.
They said that it was the best broccoli they've ever had. That's right. They're like, I cannot.
It's the most broccoli.
Yes, the most broccoli we've ever had. They said it was the best flavor of broccoli, which is exactly what you're looking for, right?
Yeah, that's what we want.
I'm not huge on broccoli, but what everybody in the family is going to eat. I like it steamed and maybe with cheese or mixed with other vegetables, but it by itself, like raw, I'm not a big fan of it. Or it just by itself in general.
I'll eat it straight out the garden.
Yeah,
just like
the kids too, yeah.
Same with the okra. We all will eat the okra out of the garden, and
I won't. Yeah. I don't. I'm not big on a lot of raw vegetables, honestly. I won't eat a raw carrot.
I enjoy the crunch.
I don't.
And that's exactly what you don't like.
Yeah, I don't like the crunch on some of the things. I love a raw tomato though. Like just eat it straight instead of cooking it. I would prefer it to be raw rather than cooked as a tomato.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, sauces are good though.
I'm not a fan of red sauce though. So I think it's because it's cooked tomatoes.
Right.
That's what it is.
I think it's because it has cilantro.
Maybe. Oh, we did pick up some cilantro to grow this year though, so that's cool.
So we can have some. Me and Jane can have some cilantro on our tacos.
Okay, so there's that gene where some people.
I'm wearing khakis.
On me there. Where some people, the cilantro tastes like soap to them. Well, it totally tastes like soap to me.
And the two.
Does it taste like soap?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if they've tried it.
Mom doesn't like it, so we don't like it.
That's usually how that goes, though. So I try to pretend like I like everything, really. We've been doing just a bunch of stuff in the garden, though. Anybody else spending their days doing garden work? I know that's what we've been doing the last 3 days now. Oh, no, even over the weekend. So, like, the last 5 days now, we've done nothing but garden work.
We tore up the garden.
So Saturday we tore up the garden, like, took everything out of it. Sunday, we went through it with the tractor and actually tilled it all up.
Wow.
And then Monday we went and got all this stuff and didn't make it back in time to put anything out. So Monday we didn't work in the garden.
Yeah.
But yesterday and today we laid all of the weed fabric and actually started putting plants and row covers in.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, it's been a lot of work the last few days. Or in the last couple of weeks, really.
It's the beginning. The beginning of all the work for the summer.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We have so much work.
But so the weed fabric, I don't know if any of you guys have ever used it or ever put it down or anything like that, but the weed fabric took us forever to put it down. One, because it was windy.
Yeah, we did it
because we had like 7 kids helping us. Four kids helping us.
But like 7.
Yeah. But it took forever to put down. But it's going to be, like, if it works properly, which fingers crossed it does.
I mean, it's guaranteed.
Going to be a lifesaver, man. Because I don't know if you guys remember checking out our videos from last year, or if you've been following along since then. Our garden
Some
was
of our
like,
weeds were taller than our.
Yeah, it was like we were growing weeds. We were gardening weeds and not actual vegetables.
Right.
I mean, we had a ton. Don't get me wrong, a ton of produce out there.
Uh-huh.
But when you walked in or you drove by or anything, if you didn't know what vegetable plants looked like which ones looked like what, you wouldn't be able to tell a difference when you walked into the garden unless you've seen the fruit actually coming off of it.
Yeah, it was a mess. So,
and we spent so many days and hours out there just on our hands and knees pulling weeds out of the dang garden. It was just so bad. Yeah, it's terrible.
So this year we covered the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just said the hell with
it.
The
entire garden is covered in wheat fabric, even where we're going to be walking, just so that, because we have like some type of grass. What kind of grass was that? Bermuda grass was just like impeding on everything, and it was just giving everything in there a run for its money, for sure.
I think if we have a problem with anything this year, it'd be that.
Yeah, we won't.
Just because.
We won't have a problem for it. They say what you want, right?
Right, yeah.
What kind of fabric? What was it called? Crap.
The first stuff we got was
we got it from a couple of different places because we ran out.
Yeah, we got the first stuff at Lowe's.
Yeah, the first stuff was at Lowe's, and it was a 15-year guarantee. No, the Lowe's was 15, and then the stuff we got at Bradford was 20-year. No, 6-year. They had the 20-year-old.
Yeah,
We just grabbed the 6-year because we only needed a small roll. Okay, but it's just seed barrier fabric is what it's called.
You can get it at the outdoor section at Lowe's.
Yeah. If I find a link for it, I will send it to you so you know which kind we got. But it's supposed to be really good, actually.
It's guaranteed,
and
so
it still allows the rain. So it's not like that thick plastic stuff that they've got, which we did consider that.
Yes.
But this actually allows the rain to still penetrate so that. And water, so whenever we're watering, like top watering or anything like that, it still is allowing the rain to get to the plants. And that's kind of what we wanted. We didn't want to have to run water lines underneath the fabric before we put it down. So that's what we're using this time around. And we used some rabbit manure around the new plants we put out there. Yeah. And all of our seedlings are popping up like crazy.
Oh, gosh, so many peppers and herbs and tomatoes popping up.
Yeah, and we planted extra because we were planting for our garden and we're planting to sell plant starts.
Yes.
So we've got just so many plants out there right now.
Probably over 1,000.
Well over 1,000, yeah. I mean, we probably have 800 basil plants. That's just because basil is a small seed.
So those seeds are so small,
extra.
You cannot tell if they're, you got to use like a magnifying glass to make sure that you're getting the right amount of seeds in the hole, because they're that big.
No, they're even smaller.
They are, but it's ridiculous. Yeah. It has been a fun week, and it's only Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe it's already Wednesday. I feel like this week has gone by super fast.
Yeah.
Because our job, yeah, basil can do really well in containers. I'll tell you what, that sounded really southern, didn't it? We planted cinnamon basil, which if you've never tried cinnamon basil, it smells so good. So good. So we planted some, 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was 2. Well, so this will be the third season. Yeah. So we planted it then, and it did so well. It was like a big, giant bush, this big old bush. And then it reseeded itself. So last year we didn't even have to plant any basil at all. And it was just popping up everywhere. And like I said, our weeds were so bad last year that it was almost like the weeds. It just was that, and the zinnias, our flowers. They were popping up everywhere. And me, being who I am, I could not sacrifice any of those plants. So I dug them up and moved them where I wanted them.
Yeah, dead space already. Small stuff in containers.
Yes.
Herbs.
Herbs is perfect for little containers. Yeah. Yes. All of your herbs can go in containers. I mean, you can even do tomatoes and peppers in containers.
You can.
Because their roots are shallow. So, you wouldn't do like an okra plant in a container because their roots, they're like trees. Their roots go deep and long, really, really long. So when you rip your okra out, the roots of it are just super long and like all over the place. But as far as in containers, you can do a majority of your plants actually in containers. So basil would be perfect for that actually. And you can trim basil. Often we actually let ours just get really big because we felt like it. But you can.
It smelled so good.
Yeah, but you can kind of just trim it down as much as you want and keep it this small little thing of basil, just a small little fluffy bunch. We let ours get monstrous. But really, it was like another flower out there. We let it get heads on it often, and then we would cut the heads off and put them in with flowers, and because it smelled so nice, actually, it tasted good and smelled really good. So, yeah, I think it would be perfect to put basil in little containers.
Yeah, should look good.
Yeah, a lot of people use. They actually will put it in the house in like a windowsill.
Yep.
A lot of the herbs. Dill, basil, parsley,
or something.
Yeah, cilantro, like all of the herbs really, and your medicinal herbs as well. You can do in little flower pots or in the windowsill or something. Lots of plants can actually be done in containers.
Right.
Most of them. I think okra, and then I think okra is probably the only one I can think of that. Other than like vining, but you can still do it in a pot
and then
just trellis it. Yeah, because we did some in like a little tire, tomato plants in a tire. We did like 5 or 6 plants in the tire and just put a trellis in the middle. Hello, Britain Farm Homestead. How are you? But yeah, I would say any plant that you really want to put in a container would be just fine. I'm excited to see all of your plants in your garden, actually.
Right.
Yeah, I got to see like all of the steps that she's already done. Have you seen them yet? Her beds look really nice. Yeah, they and they like their beds are like their property was like crooked, so their beds, the tops are even and they're nice and level, but then the bottoms have like because they went with the property so the tops are even, but the rest of it looks so like goes with the property.
Yeah.
I have a container stand. My husband built me last year. We can fit about 8 3-gallon containers. Oh yeah, those would be perfect. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think you would need that large of a container for your basil if you want to keep it small. You could even go smaller and use those spots for larger plants. Like if you have extra peppers or tomatoes or I don't know, some beans maybe. Beans would be a good one. Bush beans, yeah. I'm trying to think of what all plants we have. Oh, squash would be a good one you could put in there. Squash and zucchini would go good in those. Because they don't want to be next to a bunch of people anyway, or a bunch of plants. I don't like to people either, so
right.
They don't like to be like right next to other plants because they like to really bunch out. So if you wanted to put those in the containers too, you could totally do that. There's so many plants I can't even think of like what. I'm trying to think of like what we have planted outside, but we have so many out there. So I was trying to give her a list of like some that she plant. I probably would not. I mean, beans would work well in a container, but I would not. I mean, I know you have kids too, and so you probably want to plant enough to eat. So you probably don't want to put your beans there. You're probably gonna use quite a few bean plants. Actually.
Cherry tomatoes. Our kids.
Oh yeah, those are like little snacks.
The cherry tomatoes. So
and peas.
Right.
The peas. I don't know if your kids like peas, but ours, they would just go out and eat them as snacks. Yeah. Like we never even were able to collect any amount of peas, a tiny handful at a time, because they would go out and eat them as soon as they seen they were ready. Mm-hmm. That, and they eat our beans as soon as they're ready off the. I mean, really, they go in there and eat everything. I bought pea seeds and pile bean seeds. Pole bean. Okay, I was like, wait, I've never heard of those. Yeah, so pole beans will get wild. I don't know if you've ever planted them, but make sure that you have somewhere for them to grow for sure, because otherwise so last year I made a mistake.
A tomato cage.
Well, last year that too. You can tell that real quick, and then I'll say the other thing.
Yeah. So we had a tomato cage that we had, I don't know, a few plants.
I think it was like
three pole bean plants growing up. But you can no longer see the tomato cage anymore once it was in full bloom and stuff. and there were so many beans.
They got
It
too
was
heavy.
just the whole thing was doing like this number, laying over because it was so heavy with beans and everything. And
Oh yeah.
the foliage, all of it was just too much for a tomato cage. I would suggest doing fence posts and run a trellis in between the fence posts or something like that.
Yeah, she's gonna do an arch trellis like Roach and Refuge.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be perfect.
Yeah.
The other thing I did was we picked up some beans last minute.
Oh yeah.
Because we ran out of the beans we'd already had, and our kids eat them like
Constantly.
as soon as they go in. If they see them, they'll eat them. So I picked up some more, and I made the mistake of thinking that they were bush beans because I didn't read it. I don't know why I didn't read the word pole beans. So I planted like 120 of them, 2 full rows up and down, and it was a mess. It was just like a giant tangle. So we would have to go out and like lift up this tangle and start looking underneath it all.
For all the beans.
And in and out of it. Some of those beans got like this big around and like this long. And
yeah,
it'd have been perfect for saving seeds for sure. And we did save some seeds, but there was just so many of them. Gosh.
So make sure
you trellis them nicely. Learn from our mistakes. And bugs really, really like beans too. There's these caterpillars. I don't know what kind they are. I don't know what they are called. I've still yet to figure it out. But there's these little tiny caterpillars, and they are the color of whatever bean they're eating. So we have red burgundy bush beans. I love to grow them because they're like this deep burgundy, maroonish purple color, and the kids love it. When you cook them, the color goes back to green. But they're really pretty if we're in the garden, and their flowers are really pretty purple.
They are.
And then we've got some just like plain black beans and green beans and stuff like that. And so the pods are different colors. Well, the little caterpillars are the same color as whatever pod they're eating. So we seen them and they were eating the green pods and they were green. And then we seen them on the purple pods and they were purple. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. So whatever color they were eating, they changed that color. It was really cool. But I've still yet to figure out what kind of bug it was. But they love your beans. So keeping them up off of the ground is actually a plus.
A good idea.
Yeah.
The trellis idea.
Perfect.
It will work great.
I haven't searched out cattle panels yet, but soon I will be looking for them to make trellis.
Well,
do they call them? Yes.
They
call them cattle panels. And they're $16 to $20. And they may be even more than that now because everything
depending
is going
on how
up.
long you get.
Yeah, ours are 16.
16 footers we paid, I think.
Which Jay's tall, so we had to get the 16-foot. Otherwise, the other ones were too short.
Yeah.
Going across like that, he couldn't walk under them.
I'd have to duck to go.
He even still, I mean,
they were still on all of the fruit hanging down, but
yeah. So really, 18 probably would have been better, but 16 worked.
They worked.
Chameleon caterpillars. That's what we will call them. Chameleon caterpillars. I don't know. I'm going to have to search it. I tried searching it, but I could not for the life of me figure out what they were. I didn't know how to search that kind of bug.
Right.
It's so weird. They were just like the tiniest little thing too. Like maybe the length of my fingernail, a tiny bit longer. Yeah, 16 foot is a good size to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you going to be doing like one post in the middle of the two, or are you thinking you're going to do a post on each side of the panel? Like, so for 4 posts, like for the corners. Because we've done it and we did the one in the middle and it was really hard. The cattle panel kept wanting to turn and get all wonky and stuff. So honestly, in my opinion, I would suggest doing the 4 corners, and it will help stabilize it a little better.
I mean, they did fine.
They did, but they moved a lot,
they did move
especially like when they filled up with plants and the wind started going, the cattle panels. And so I was afraid they were actually going to rip the plants out of the ground. With So around here, there's a lot of crazy winds. And I mean, you're not far from us, so you probably get a lot of the winds as well.
Yeah, if you don't have a bunch of trees around you. And even
And
though
we're cutting.
do
Yeah, we have a bunch
trees,
of trees and we're cutting, but still, we still get hit with a lot of wind right here. So
it blows down the street. Sounds like cars are driving down the road.
it does, or like a train is coming. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. I have to check dinner again. Hang on.
It smells like I'm hungry.
So good. I haven't added meat in for.
There was a problem with the server.
With ours?
I don't know. That's what it said.
Just now?
For my not on the live, but on my phone. Yeah, lots of wind around here. It's crazy.
Like on our live.
But I would definitely suggest doing the four corners with the fence post, just because it'll be a hell of a lot more stable.
Yeah, it seemed like it was.
And you could probably have a little extra weight on there if.
Oh, we've done melons. Yeah.
Yeah, we did melons on our arch trellises, and
I think we did great.
they did great growing.
Yeah.
Even we had the bigger melon that grew on.
Big watermelons.
And they did great. They sat up and held on to everything and didn't fall off. The ones that got a little big, we made a little hammock for and hung it on the trellis and let them hold the fruit up, but other than that, they worked great.
Yeah.
How's it going in there?
Oh, it's going great.
Oh, it smells very good.
It's looking really, really good.
Moon and stars.
Yes.
Those did great on the trellis.
Oh my gosh. Those are my favorite watermelon by far.
Yeah, those are the best.
I know you can't see me. Those are definitely my favorite watermelon
She ordered
by
some
far.
seeds from us, but
Yes, I fucking love them. They're pretty. The leaves look like the melons, actually. Some of
they
them.
do, all speckled and like
Yeah,
stars.
you'll
all
see
over
like the little yellow speckles on them.
So don't be worried about that.
And the flavor.
Best,
oh my
best
gosh.
watermelon you'll grow.
We had like a 22-pound melon.
Uh-huh.
And the inside was the deepest red, and it was the best. It was the most watermelon-y watermelon I've ever tasted. Honestly, that was exactly what I said. So that's probably where the kids got it with the broccoli.
Right.
But for real, it tasted more like a watermelon than I have ever tried. Because, you buy a watermelon from the store and it tastes like water. And it was so good. Oh my gosh.
Oh, large varieties. You're gonna fall in love and you're gonna grow all the things.
Oh my gosh, yes. You're gonna grow all the things. We grow all the things. Everything. If we see it and we have never tried it and we think it looks cool, we're like, let's grow that.
Like we can't even look at any of the catalogs.
We have not. We have not gone through the catalog this year.
We'll end up spending $400.
We did last year. It was so bad. Hello, Deer Park Farmstead. How are you? We're just kind of talking about whatever comes to mind.
Just chatting.
Currently about gardening. Yeah, we got the Baker Creek seed catalog, and I want to go through it so bad, but I gotta wait until we got all of our plants and I have nowhere else to plant anything. That way, I don't buy anymore, and I'm not tempted. I used to work at Walmart, and one time a whole pound of watermelon still and busted open on the floor. We couldn't swim in, so we were in the back just eating them, and those were the best watermelon.
Free watermelon's probably always going to be the best.
Always tastes better. Yeah, I don't know. All is well. Gardening is big right now. It is big right now. We are actually currently getting ours ready to go. We still have a good month
before we can
or more really
everything
before we can put everything out in it. We can get frost hardy plants out there, and that's what we're doing currently, but everything else is still sitting in the greenhouse, just waiting its turn.
Yeah.
And tempting us to making me want to get I just hear them. They're just sitting there, plenty. But I'm waiting patiently. A month is not that far away. It's really not.
Seems so far.
It does, but it's really not. It goes so quick. Goodness.
Can't even keep track of time anymore around here.
I know. I didn't even realize it was Wednesday.
Mhm.
I knew we had a live this morning, but then you were like, "Oh yeah, it's Wednesday." I'm like, "How do you know?"
Yeah.
Well, duh, it is Wednesday. That's how you know. They were so sweet, but I haven't ever tried non-store-bought watermelon. Oh my gosh. I like grow that in the house. Yeah, so non-store-bought food is so much better. Like, honestly, if you'd have asked me this 4 years ago, I would not know any better. I would have said, yeah, no, it's totally fine. It's the same. No. I don't know if it's because you put so much love and effort into it that it just really gets so much more flavor to it or what. Now, don't get me wrong. We've definitely tasted our fair share of vegetables and fruits that we did not care for.
Yeah.
And that's just because we tried new things and we didn't like them.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you, the things that we do like and we've tried taste so much better. If we buy something store-bought and it's the exact same variety and we put the stuff that we grew right next to it and took a bite of it too,
doesn't stand a chance.
There would be just a huge difference in the flavor.
Yeah, store-bought does not stand a chance to homegrown.
It really doesn't.
That goes for just about anything, I think.
Park Farmstead, we have the greenhouse is full, and then we have more that we're starting tonight, and then we just put a bunch in the garden already. So we have just a ton of seeds, and the ones that are in the greenhouse are like all in one. We have to start separating them out. I'm waiting for their right. I'm waiting for them to just get a little bit bigger, and then we're gonna separate them out. So there's a ton out there.
Yeah, like we said earlier, probably well over 1,000 plants out there.
Oh yeah, just so many plants. Oh, I'm so excited about it. I don't know, like, I just love the garden and all of the plants that go with it. They grow so fast. Like, it makes me want to just stand there and stare and just watch them. Ask Jay. The first year that we ever had a garden, it was like a 40 square foot garden, super tiny, but we fit so much in it. Did. First off, we put a ton in that tiny little area. And like, we grew corn and watermelon and tomatoes and like all kinds of things. Beans, okra, jalapenos, like all kinds of stuff in that one little area. But I would go out there 4, 5, 6 times a day and check the garden. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm checking the garden."
She would have lived out there if I let her.
I totally would have. It's so nice. Blurred Adventures.
That's Brandon.
Oh,
Mr. Rogers.
We were just talking about it today, actually. We've
looked a couple times and haven't found anything.
I think the weather was just not quite right. But it's there now. It's there. I think first thing in the morning we're gonna be out there looking for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully we find a buttload of them.
Oh, Peaceful Homestead, you totally need a greenhouse.
Put up a head.
Super easy too. Yeah. And if he doesn't want to build you one, our small little one, which would get you by for now, we got for like $30 at Aldi's. And I know there's probably an Aldi's somewhere close. Yeah, because you're not far from us.
Somewhere, Farmington or something.
Ooh, I would love to have a high tunnel on Jay Park Homestead. I want one. It would just make growing so much easier. I think we're going to do our own version of one.
We are.
We want to, and this is like, years in the future probably because it's going to be a really big project, but we want to turn our entire garden into a greenhouse garden, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, and in ground at that. We want it to be, you walk down into it and have it fully covered. So it's going to be... Oh, okay. That's cool. That would be freaking awesome. We were actually planning out our orchard.
Yeah.
That was part of what we were doing outside, was planning out where, like, Jay's been brush hogging the area, and so he's got a little bit more work over there.
A little more land clear.
And then we're gonna go pick up our fruit trees and our fruit bushes and we're gonna get started over there. I'm so excited about it. I have a
Hey.
shed already put up and lots of old windows. I want to convert the shed. Yes.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh, that is the perfect thing to do. I will tell you, trying to figure out where the windows go to make it into it is a little tricky.
I mean, unless you have all of the same exact windows.
Yeah, unless you have the exact same windows for sure.
A bunch of the same
Exact
would do
windows,
perfectly.
yes.
Now, the way we did it and just gathering, here and there free windows, what we could get.
It was a little trickier trying to put it together, but it did work, and it works very well.
Oh, yeah.
It was almost 100 degrees in there today.
Yeah.
We have to keep opening it up in the day. So.
Oh, well, then it should be
all
easier.
The same. Oh, yes.
You don't have to play Tetris.
Right. Well, and if it has the peak, if your shed has the peak, that might be a little, because that was where, that's where we had to use that like plexiglass stuff. And then the roof was easy enough, but it was kind of pricey, honestly.
Yeah, the roof stuff, it was plastic, basically.
Oh, see, they're using stuff that they found on the property and stuff, so that's awesome.
That is what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, she likes to do
easy.
like what we're doing. Use what you got and make it work. That's what we did. I freaking love it. I love seeing other people also doing that.
Yes.
Because you don't have to go out and buy brand new things.
You don't.
Sure.
And most times you're just going to tear it up anyway. So.
Exactly. So, and who knows? You might want to expand your stuff. And if you just spent thousands of dollars on that thing and decide you want it bigger,
Right? You're not going to want to put screw holes in it or.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All made stuff we found on the property.
I love it. I love your garden beds. I wish that we would have done garden beds, but for the quantity of food that we're growing, it's just not. I don't know. It just doesn't work for us because we'd have to bring in so much to be able to fill up the beds.
Free pallets.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's our favorite thing.
Watched our channel. We love free pallets.
If you then you definitely know that's like our favorite thing to use. We have, goodness gracious, I can't even tell you how many different things we've made out of pallets.
And we reuse them.
And yes, so we made the pig pallet palace, and we used it for something else, and then we used it for another thing, and now we're using the same pallets for our birthing stalls that we currently have out there. What's that today? I'm going to come this way
collecting pallets and in the middle of making a pallet fence for our garden. Yeah,
yes.
That is awesome. I'm going to have to go look at it.
Yes, love it.
But yeah, we the birthing stalls that we did, pallets. Part of our deck, pallets. Most everything that we do is from scrap wood or pallet wood, or go to construction sites where they are throwing all the wood in the dumpsters. That's all free wood. Most people don't know that, but yeah, you can go in there and take whatever you want out of them, and most times you're good to go with it. She says she's afraid to plant in the ground right now. She said that she wants to get used to beds and maybe venture out into the ground later.
Oh, the ground is so much easier than you would ever expect it to be.
The ground is easier than you expect it to be.
It really is. You just get rid of the weeds and you're good to go.
Weeds and rocks.
Yeah.
Around
sorry.
here, 'cause, we grow rocks out here.
Right, and you bring in a little bit of compost or mulch. What we did was we brought in a bunch of mulch.
Compost.
The first thing we did was brought in a bunch of mulch and let it sit on our property.
Yeah.
And then we used that and took it into the garden, and we brought composted mulch in, and then just started planting directly in it, and it did so good.
Slanted and healing. Yeah, there's plenty of places that give away free pallets.
Oh yeah, there's a lot that try to sell them, but there's so many that just get rid of them.
Gives them away, and then most of them are good pallets. There's some that are broken or whatever, but for the most part, they're good pallets.
Less weed pressure.
Yeah, weeds.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That's why we decided to spend the money and get the weed cover, the ground cover for weed barrier, whatever the heck it's called.
Yeah, the just the weed fabric. We decided to go that route because the weeds have been just so insane lately.
They were ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's mostly, and we say weeds, but really the majority of it that grew up was just grass. Like the Bermuda grass that had grown in was just so well rooted that it just took out everything that was there. So we decided to go ahead and just cover all of it so that it didn't have a chance this year. And we're hoping, I mean, even if it doesn't block out every bit of the weeds, because I don't even think that it's completely possible to keep every bit of weeds out.
I doubt it.
But if it even cuts it in half, that would save us so much.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it will.
And I'm hoping
even
that it cuts it in
us
way more than that, honestly. But
I figure we'll have 80% less weeds this year than what we've had.
One could only hope. Yes, I hope so.
And that's wishful thinking. We'll see how it goes.
Right.
But those are what we've been doing. You just put it over the top of the dirt and cut little holes. That is exactly what you do. I used a little torch, just a little handheld torch, and burn a little circle, pull the piece out that you cut off, and then
80% is great. Back already, huh?
That was a quick hot tub.
Yes, Peaceful Homestead. First of all, I've seen your comment about you being worried about your property being slanted. Girl, our property is a mountain. We live at the top of the hill, and the rest of our property is like this.
That's why.
That's why it's called Good Time Holler, because our property literally is only flat right where our house is, and everything else is down in the holler. So we do like the rabbits. So don't be afraid of planting in the ground when the hill it's slanted like that. What you should do is pay attention to where your lowest point is of where you're planting, and put things like okra or beans, melons, things that really, cucumbers that really love that water. So when you plant up at the top, put the things that don't need as much water, because it's going to go ahead and, it's going to obviously go downhill. So it's going to hold what it needs up there, and then the rest of it will drain down to those plants that love the extra water. That's what we do. Our garden literally sits like this. So everything up here is the stuff that doesn't need a whole lot of water, and then all of our melons and stuff will be down here at the bottom where they can soak up all that extra that goes that direction. But I just wanted to cover that real fast.
I was still laughing at Thorhaven.
Oh yeah, that's hilarious. Get it like the rabbits. Any babies soon? Or oh my gosh.
In about a month, right?
I don't know that it works that way.
If you do it like a rabbit, maybe
it doesn't work that well. Pregnancy. No, you don't get rabbit pregnancy. Sorry. I should know. I had 3 of them.
Oh my God, 3 times. Jeez.
Oh wow, whatever. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. I was over there stirring dinner. What's everybody having for dinner? It's about that time. I turned my bed's like stuck, honestly. Yes, tiered. I don't know where I got turned. I'm blind, just so you know. Yes, so I like the steps idea too. We've been trying to somewhat do that with our property. That's why we originally got pigs. Was to terrace the property. Hang on.
That is exactly why we got pigs, and they do a great job of tearing up the ground. Oh no, we're not having any more babies. No way in hell. Shrimp scampi. That sounds good, Brandon. You should
send some.
Mail me some.
Mail you some shrimp scampi. Oh my God. No, we're not having any more babies. 3 is plenty. We wanted a boy, and our second child is very much like a boy, so we're good. We got a boy dog.
Yeah, we got a boy dog.
3 girls and a boy dog.
I'm good with
and
that.
And then, like 57 other animals. Or more. Guys, we currently have 34 pigs. 34 pigs. Granted, 23 of them are the babies, but 34 pigs. Put that in perspective.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pigs.
So we have more than.
How many do we have? I said 57. I don't know. I just threw a number out there.
Hello, I like the video and subscribe.
Legend Glitcher Air Production. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for subscribing. No more babies, but who doesn't like practicing?
Practice is
I know.
fun.
Practice is fun.
Practice
Might
makes
as well,
better.
right? Chicken from last fall, carrot, and store potatoes since we ran out of our potatoes. Oh my gosh, it sounds amazing. Oh, yay! Baby Lamont.
Congratulations.
Congrats. A little kid. We have baby rabbits due on the 8th. We have baby chickens going to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, hatching on the 11th.
As long as the incubator does the job.
And then we have goats due on the 25th. So 3 different kinds of animals this next month, April.
This next month,
yeah.
And then we had all the pigs this month.
Yeah, we had all the pigs this month. So that's a lot. But Matt won't let you. Aw. Maybe you can change his mind.
I doubt it. We're pretty.
Dinner sounds so good. We're having cabbage, potatoes, onions, sausage, and bacon. The only thing straight from our yard is the bacon. Our potatoes suck every year, and our cabbage didn't grow well last year. So
eventually we will be selling some chicks.
Yes, as soon as they hatch.
Anyways.
Yes, the plan is to sell them, and we will have a couple of different varieties because we have a few different varieties on the property of chicks.
Right.
And we plan to do ducks as well.
Eventually.
But it just depends on getting them hatched first. And we're going to hatch out our own meat chickens. That was the whole reason for the incubator, actually. Yeah, we have all kinds of action because not only do we have all of that, but we also will be planting all of our stuff this month, too. There is
never a dull moment around here. Never. Sometimes we hope for dull moments. Like, yes. We're like, please be a dull day.
I know. We're like, can we just have a break?
Nope.
Yeah. Especially right now because we have to prepare for everything and all of the babies come in the spring. So spring is like crazy busy right now for us.
Yeah, spring and summer is our time of years.
Oh, yay, baby chicks.
Our time of years. Our time of years.
Oh my gosh, I've been trying to have hens. What kind of hens do you have? There are some that go broody a little more often. Ours, we've only had them go broody.
Yeah.
And if you don't catch them just in time, or sometimes they'll get broody and then giving up.
Like bars, worms, and Easter eggs.
We have 2 incubators going. 112 eggs. Nice. Easter eggers are in ours as well. We have Easter eggers and Boven Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boven Browns, which are a meat chicken, which they're really a dual purpose, the Bovens.
They are.
And then our Easter eggers, they're so pretty.
You should buy an incubator. You should totally do it.
Is Matt going to be happy about that?
He'll be fine.
Yeah, I am so excited that we actually got our incubator. It's just a small one. We didn't get anything like massive or anything like that, you know. But actually, Jay's brother-in-law has one that does like 500 eggs or something. Yeah. But that's like so many more than we need to be doing right now. Plus, we don't have enough chickens to be trying to do that many eggs at a time.
A cinnamon hen? Oh, so it's like
okay, so yeah, we haven't seen any of those go broody at all. Yeah, so you probably are not going to get that to happen. I forget what they're called, but yeah, our Boven Browns are very similar. They're almost the same. I think it's an interchangeable name.
They make me want to buy another incubator. So we can have 112 eggs.
We don't need 112 eggs.
No, we don't. But
I don't know what we would do with that many babies. I know, but if they don't sell, we have to raise them. They gotta grow. You can't just eat a baby pig.
that's the way it goes. Yeah.
Yes. As soon as you buy the incubator, you get a broody bird. Which we had a broody bird, and then she gave up on the eggs. So that's what made us get the incubator because we were hoping that she would go ahead and sit, but she sat for like 3 days and then decided to just give up on them.
Well, then perfect.
He wants meat chickens. Yes, that's perfect because she's a meat chicken.
Yeah,
the cinnamon. I forget. It's a cinnamon something. I can't think of what it was called, but I know what kind of bird you're talking about. Yeah. I just can't remember the exact name of it, but we know what you're talking about. And we got ours online, and it came in like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tractor Supply might sell them, but everywhere else I didn't see any. Yeah, and right now people are probably buying them up. Yeah.
Buying the crap out of them.
Yeah. So we're going to do meat chickens out of ours, and then Easter eggers will hatch out, and then we have silkies and ducks to hatch out as well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, chicks sell like crazy, like hotcakes around this time of year. Everybody's selling chicks.
And baby rabbits, and we have baby rabbits coming too. So
especially for Easter. Huh?
Yeah. I was really hoping that we would have had baby rabbits by Easter. Yeah, but they didn't do their deed. They didn't do like Darren and Bridget, man. I will buy some of your chicks. Okay. Well, they'll be ready. They should start hatching around the 11th, and we'll sell them as day-old chicks. So as soon as they're dried off, we'll let you know, and you can come get some or whatever. You let us know. Because half of them that are in there are Easter eggers, and the other half are meat chickens right now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see them hatch out. I have the chat going. My phone is going to die over here, though.
I'll charge it.
Oh, it's only at 37%. Or 35, my bad. I can't read. Oh, goodness. Yeah, we've got so much going on right now. All of this craziness. Just need to build a hutch. Actually, we just moved all of ours out of our hutch. So we were literally just outside trying to decide what we're going to do with it.
Right.
It was really easy to build. You just, are you going to put them like up off of the ground, or are you going to do like a rabbit tractor where you can move it around on your grass and they can just free range on the grass?
That's what we want to do with our rabbits.
Yeah.
And we want to do a big colony for them.
Yeah. We just put all of ours together, but.
And as soon as we put them together, they were like, let's do
like it. You and Bridget.
We have Kuni pigs.
And Mangalitsa. Yes.
Mangalitsa.
So some of the nice heritage breeds, the Kobe beef, the Kobe pork.
The Kobe beef of pork.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this is.
It's a hard way to say it, huh?
But.
I do not disagree. We tried we have not tried the Kuni yet. That butcher will happen soon when we buy a new freezer, because our freezer went out right after we butchered our pig.
Yeah.
So that was fun. But I will say the Mangalitsa is really, really good meat. It's all grass and grain fed.
Yep.
So.
And he is
free range your rabbits. Yes. So we want to do a colony, and we have it planned out. We just are waiting to open up our pasture area a little further.
It'll be big enough that they're thinking that they're free range.
Yeah. So we're going to. It'll be kind of like a free range. So they're going to be in a colony, but they're going to have like the bird netting over the top and an area to get out of the weather, and then a fence around the outside, just so that other animals can't get into them. I think that they would be totally fine just being out with all of the other animals, but I'm afraid they would get stepped on by the goats and the pigs by accident.
As soon as they get stepped on, they're broke.
Yeah, rabbits are so
fragile.
They really are.
I think they're the most fragile thing that we have on the farm.
Yes. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, we've lost a lot of rabbits. Just random dog attacks and just, the weather got too cold or too wet or whatever. Cootie are great pigs. We have 4. 1 went to the butcher. 150-pound hanging weight. Nice.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome. We haven't tried Cootie, so I'm excited to try the meat.
Yeah, have you tried it yet? Is it yummy?
Yeah, and the pigs are just so sweet.
They are.
All of them, even the Mangalitas. I think the Mangalitas are even sweeter.
Eggsy is the sweetest pig ever.
She's like a big dog, just a big, cute little dog. Cute little. She's not little. She's a real big. She's a 300-pound dog.
350.
She's a real big dog, but she's so cute.
And
I don't know if you guys have
she
seen
greets
her.
Us at the, whenever we go to feed her, she jumps up and she's like,
"Hey guys,
how's everything going?
Hey, how you doing?"
You have her hooves hanging over the fence and stuff.
Oh yeah, and as soon as you go to scratch her head, she'll lay down.
Oh yeah.
All right, get my belly. She'll roll over and give you her belly, and she's like, all right, rub my belly. Getting processed now. Oh, nice. We did some smoked bacon.
We smoked, and
they're freaking tasty.
We smoked some ribs too, and
oh man, so we did a test with that too. We did a store bought, and we did our home raised ribs.
Yes,
and I will tell you, ours was so.
We did the same smoke, the same rub, the same everything. Same time, yeah. Everything was the same on each set of ribs, and ours put the store bought to shame.
It was so much better. Yeah, I will say it's some of the best pork I've ever tried.
25 pounds of bacon is what we had.
Yeah, we did get 25 pounds of bacon off of the one hog.
Yeah, that
was a lot of bacon. I was not expecting to get so much, but he was a big boy, man. So 2 big chunks to brine and smoke.
Mm. We love bacon.
We actually have bacon in our dinner tonight. So, yes. Yeah, we had nearly 200 pounds of meat come from the one hog.
That's processed.
After it was processed. I want some pigs.
Matt said absolutely not.
Why?
No, look. Aww. Okay, bring Matt.
Bring Matt over here and come visit the farm.
We'll roll around with the pigs and go fishing down at the lake.
Yeah,
later,
we'll show Matt why you need pigs.
He'll fall in love with pigs.
Come on. It'll be just so
You just got to
just don't get 34.
Kind.
And if he's worried about it tearing up the yard, the coonies do not root as much. So they're more of a grazing pig. So really they'll be like having a goat. They'll run around and eat your grass more than they'll dig anything up.
And if you have the area for them to roam and stuff, they don't stink.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, a lot of people think pigs stink really bad. If you have them in a small confined space and you don't clean it regularly, then they will definitely stink. Just like a chicken house, it will stink. But I just have to put snowshoes on to get this one.
And Cooney are great starter pigs.
He said they stink. Yes. Okay. So I promise you, if you have enough room and you just have a couple of pigs, they will not stink. No. They do not stink at all. Either get electric fencing and move them around, or put just a fence around your whole yard and let them run.
Yeah, we
and
can
just get a couple.
The link for all the fencing that we use.
Yeah, we have Premier One electric fencing. Great. It is so good.
It works amazingly.
It does.
And it's easy to pick it up and move it and put it back.
And the pigs stay away from it.
They
get shocked on their nose, and then they're like, "All right, cool. I'll just stay away from that." And they do whatever, and then you just move them whenever you want to a new area or whatever.
I would recommend moving them.
We did once every 2
weeks.
Well, that's when we had 6 pigs in there. If she gets 1 or 2 pigs, she wouldn't even need to move them that often.
There you go. We had
3 and about a 50-50 no smell. Yeah. See, we have 34 right now, and it does smell, but that's because they're all in one confined space right now.
Yes.
But they're about to be reopened back up to the wild. We had the wild.
To the pasture.
The wild that is our yard.
Yeah.
But we did have them separated. We put them all together to make babies, obviously. And so now we're about to re-separate them back out, and it won't smell anymore. And we're going to use all of the composted area that they created for us and pile it up, let it fully turn to its compost, and we're going to take it to our garden. So it's going to be perfect. And it takes about I think it's 60 or 90 days for it to break down and be allowed to be put into our garden. So that's awesome.
So they smell their cows more.
Oh, I bet. So there's a farm right up the road from us.
And we smell their cows.
We smell their cows. And they have a bunch of cows and a bunch of sheep. But I think Matt watch this.
Do it.
We're all for people getting pigs.
Yes.
And I'm all for people getting multiple different types of animals, because if you keep chickens with your pigs, the chickens will help keep the bugs away, and that helps also keep down any kind of smell. And it feeds the chickens their protein that they need. Yeah. And they can free range, and the pigs can free range around with them, and they can both eat the same food.
Yeah, and we have pigs, ducks, chickens, goats, all in the same pen right now, all in the same
and
area.
The rabbits are over there now too.
Well, they're
in their own secluded area, but they're over there, and all of them are running around together,
and they do just fine.
And the chickens and the ducks help eat the flies or keep down the flies. They don't eat the flies; they eat the fly larva. And so that helps keep the flies down during the summertime with our bigger animals that create flies.
Right. Yeah, because the goats
and the pigs attract flies, but the smaller birds help eat those so that we don't quite get as much, which is great.
Yeah.
And they all do so well when they're free ranged as well. They lay better. Ours laid almost all winter. They stopped for a little bit during that super cold.
Whenever we were negative degrees.
Yeah. And then right after, maybe a week later, they picked right back up.
Yeah.
And, just being free ranged, all of the animals seem to just be happier and healthier. Yeah. So we're all for telling you what we think about our animals.
Yeah.
And rooting for you to get more.
Yeah, we definitely, we would love for everybody
to live this kind of life, for real.
Type of stuff. Maybe not do it the same way as us, but,
Nobody's the same, so.
Nobody is the same. That's right.
Yeah, so.
This is the way to go, I think, for the way the world's moving.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy it. It's
we have a lot of fun doing what we do.
Yes.
And we enjoy the gardening. We enjoy all of the animals. Matt would love it. Just bring him out.
I think he would love to just come out.
Yeah, and the lake's right down the road.
We could go kayaking and just hang
come
out
the summer.
for a little while. Yeah, we just make it like a whole day or a weekend or something. Yeah. You guys can try the pork from the pig. We'll con him into getting a pig.
He'll taste it and be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, if he likes pork, that's the way to go. Our meat chickens were bad for flies. We need to find a bigger space for a different way.
So chickens...
Our chickens haven't really had... But ours are free range.
In their run, though, they have an issue with and if we don't clean out the crap.
Well, yeah, because we we do like a deep bed, and then we clean it every month or two, depending. In the summer, I think we cleaned it quite a bit more than that.
We did.
Like every 2 weeks. But they're, like, when they were enclosed in their area, and they were in that small space, they did create flies in there. But whenever we put them in with the goats, it seemed like they did a really good job of keeping the flies down.
Yeah.
And it was just a larger area for them. And I think that's what it was. Oh, wow. See, our pigs are totally fine, but our pigs are little. Oh, well, we got 2 big pigs in there. We've got 2 big pigs right now. Our other pigs that are in there are littler. They're younger.
Yeah, young.
So I wonder if it makes a difference or if we're going to have to keep an eye on the chickens.
They ain't killed them yet.
Yeah, they haven't even messed with the ducks or anything. They've been in there for well over a month, dude.
Oh,
that's a couple 2 weeks months now. We had a stationary coop and a big space to walk out into during the day.
It's like a big run.
Yeah, see, ours, we literally just like open ours up in the day and they run wherever they want. Down the road, down the hill, go into the neighbor's yard. They don't care.
They've learned kind of where to stay.
Yeah, they kind of stay pretty close by, and if they get spooked at all, they run straight back home.
Oh, yeah.
Or if they see me come out the door, they're like, oh, yeah, Mom's got treats.
They follow her all around here. She don't have anything in her hand or nothing, and she's just walking around. And they're right behind her.
Yeah, they're
They
like,
are
oh, that's the
definitely
mom. Let's
her
go.
little cluckers.
They are my little cluckers. And they just follow me everywhere. It's so funny. They just chase me around.
They do. Like a little bit
know.
while ago, whenever we were feeding them all,
He
I was
had
like,
the
"Hey,
food.
I'm gonna take some food to their coop so they can follow me and know where figure out that they need to go home tonight because they've been staying wherever the heck they want."
Which happens sometimes with chickens.
But coop them for 2 weeks and they'll learn.
Right.
But
he had the food and went to
and
the
they
coop,
followed her,
and they followed me instead. And I didn't have nothing.
Didn't even think to follow me.
So I heard that chickens and rabbits can stay together, but you want to kind of raise them together because the chickens will peck your rabbits to death. If they're larger, like if they're already dominating chickens and you put your rabbits in with them. Hello. Just here to bug you guys, not bugging us at all, CTM Farms. We're just kind of chit-chatting about animals and gardening and all the things, really.
Homestead.
Pretty much just anything that comes to mind.
Just chit-chatting it up.
But yeah, I really wanted to do chickens with rabbits, but I read, I'm big on researching before I do anything. And I've read so many different places that you can raise them together, but if you put your rabbits in with already grown chickens, that they may peck them to death. And I didn't want to chance that.
Yeah.
It would be totally cool, but I don't want to risk anything. So, chatting about the mating habits of rabbits.
Yes.
And humans.
And humans.
Dear Park Farmstead, we have to separate different chicken breeds. What? We want to free range this right here. Oh, why do you have to separate them? Is it because you want to make sure that you have pure eggs, or do they just fight that bad? Because ours, we've got
the
multiple.
Easter eggers and the silkies are nice to each other.
Yeah, we've got silver lace, we've got silkies, we've got Easter eggers, we've got meat bovine brown, and then we've got one other, a bantam. Or not a bantam. No. God, what is she? An Orpington. Sorry, a buff Orpington. And they're all fine together.
Pure breeds for salad.
Okay, yeah. So our silkies are all by themselves, but we do have one Easter silky rooster.
Yes.
So the mix will be pretty cool.
He's mixed.
Yeah. So his babies would be 2/3 silky and a third, or
if you
3/4
silky
silky.
mama,
yeah, 3/4 silky and a quarter Easter egger. I don't know.
Hey, Matt.
Sell the pigs. Apple smoked rabbit. It's so delicious. Oh, I've never tried apple smoked rabbit, but we're gonna have to try that for sure.
We're definitely gonna have to try that. We did some our hickory smoked bacon, and let me tell you.
Oh my gosh, the bacon from that pig is just so good. Oh yeah, all of the meat from him has been so good. We've tried the chops, the ribs, and the bacon and the sausage. Is that it?
I think so.
so.
That's pretty much all of them.
Kuni Matt, get a kuni pig. Even if you only get one and use him to as meat later, raise up one at a time or even two at a time or whatever. For meat, it is so well worth it. Why is everybody talking about bacon? LOL. It's a dessert. I love bacon. It is a dessert.
Bacon goes on anything.
For real, bacon can be just
maple bacon
everything.
Cupcakes. It's the bee's knees.
Bacon wrapped jalapenos.
The bee's knees.
Yes, it is so good. Just bacon in general. I think I could go on just a bacon diet. I'm only going to eat bacon.
Sound like bubblegum off of.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Got candied bacon. Got fried.
I got crispy bacon. Got floppy bacon. Peppered bacon.
Bacon roses.
What? Heck yes, bacon. My mouth is drooling. Mine too.
Smoked rabbit.
Right,
we
yeah, that's
are
definitely
gonna
on our
try
to-do
that
list
next.
for sure. We have new babies coming, so we'll have to hold some back for
Hold a
ourselves.
couple.
We have an eyelash hanging in here. There you go. Yes, back to the pigs, Matt.
Yes.
You need to get some pigs. They're so well worth it.
Come
and
on
the
out.
kuni, like if you're worried about them tearing up your yard, the kuni are grass grazers. So if you have enough space for them, they won't root a whole lot. And if you're worried about the stink, if you only have one pig, it's definitely not going to stink. But even if you have multiple pigs with a large area, they're not going to smell at all. We said you both are welcome to come out and bring your kids.
Bring
come
kids,
out. We'll come. We'll take you around the
go to the
farm, show you all the animals, go down to the lake, grill. You guys can taste some of the meat from the pigs. We'll make a day of it.
He said he just bought his first hog of a motorcycle. I'm gonna buy
Now
one
he
of
needs
those
to buy a
hogs.
second one. One of my old next door neighbors. Oh man, I bet it was delicious. CJN Farms. I tried our first rabbit over a year ago, huh?
Yeah.
And I did like a rabbit stew kind of.
Yeah.
She was an older rabbit, so we were afraid she would be kind of tough. So that's why I kind of did a stew with her. But she was delicious. Oh my gosh. They say don't say it tastes like chicken, but if for real, it tasted like a leaner chicken. It could have used like some bacon in it to give it a little bit of that fatty, but it was so good. It is fun. Definitely should plan it out. I'll tell my people to get with your people and schedule it.
Get with my people.
Basically, meeting me and Ariel talk about it. Yes, we could totally chat and pick a day and get it all set up. It sounds like a good day. Majority of the time, you would even know it tasted. Okay, so ours tasted like chicken, but I bet I could see a pork flavor out of it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Depending on how you cook it.
Yeah, I really think so. I love pork.
I think our next venture would be to try some duck.
Or quail. I want to try both.
We don't have any quail though.
But we have a friend that's got quail, and she said they're going to come over and grill it. So we can try it.
We'll tell her to get on it.
I wanted to bring some eggs too. I want to try the eggs. I'm hungry. Yeah, we just want to try all the animals because, if we can be self-sustainable by raising our own meat and our own vegetables and our own fruit, which I'm so excited about, the trees and the bushes, because we went looking, which, by the way, did you know that they sell olive trees in Arkansas? I love olives, first of all, if you guys don't know our family.
But they won't.
The
Olive lives matter.
Olives live. Black olives matter. That's what our daughter said when she was like 2. She's 7 now, just so y'all know.
Right.
We have royal palm turkeys. Oh, yes. I want to get turkeys. Like, even if we only raise like 2 turkeys for the year, because we probably only eat about 2 turkeys in a year.
Yeah.
So get like 2 turkeys to run. Do they do well with other birds, or is it something like we should probably not put them with other birds?
And they make enough.
They're noisy. That's
our
so
males.
crazy.
Our males are not noisy at all.
I think it's the breed. So we have Cayugan and blue Swedish ducks, our boys. And those are the ones that we hatched here. We let our chicken Betty White raise them, hatch them out and everything. But then we were given 2 ducks, and I'm not 100% sure what breed they are, but they are the loudest things I've ever heard. God, they're so loud. I mean, it's fine because there's only 2 of them, but they are so loud. Our boys are still quiet as can be. They quack here and there, but their quacks are really, really gentle and light.
The other ones are like, like they're pissed off about something.
For real, it's so bad. And if anybody would have just come in at that moment, it would have been like, all right, click out. I don't know what's going on here in this video, but we're done. This lady's crazy.
Green olives.
Sled dogs are
green olives, black olives. I like them all.
Yes, green olives. I like green ones and black ones. I like them all. Pitted olives or
Now I gotta say
stuffed olives.
the Mediterranean olive salad or something that they make somewhere places.
Oh
like,
yeah, I don't
it
like
just
that.
tastes
It's
funky.
weird.
But
I don't really like that either. Yeah. But I like olives. I wish that we could totally grow olive trees, but I did some research and we're too far north, so why they sell them in our stores doesn't make any sense.
it's just.
I mean, I guess if you have like a tunnel or something, you could grow it in maybe.
Yeah, if you had a tunnel and a.
But they were just teasing me, man, because I love olives, and
Trellises
if I didn't do
in
my
there.
research, I probably would have totally bought some of those trees.
Right.
But yeah, I wish that we could grow avocados too, but we totally can't. Gotta go again.
Get it,
All
rabbit.
right, get it. Y'all enjoy it. Oh my gosh.
He's had a rest and a beer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. Had time to drink his beer.
Probably a bourbon or something.
Oh yeah,
or whiskey.
yeah, scotch.
I'll have some whiskey first.
You can't have whiskey.
Get a little frisky. We had Cayuga, sold them. I'm interested in Muscovy. Somebody around here had Muscovy. I think it's the neighbor. I think that's the kind of duck he had. But his flew away.
I seen.
It flew away to the lake, and it lives down at our lake.
Yeah,
now.
it does live down at the lake.
And it had babies.
And it did have babies.
Yeah, like it. I guess met another one down there or something, and
A pair probably
they
flew away.
made a nest in a tree, and we were down there swimming, and we saw like the babies hatch and
Yeah.
all that. It was
So now we
cool.
have ducks that live down by the lake.
Yeah, that were once
Our neighbors.
domesticated.
I seen 3 the other day whenever they were walking down the highway.
Three ducks
I was
just
at
walking
Dollar
down the
General.
highway?
Yeah,
You should have grabbed
And
them. Been like,
I
"Hello,
thought
duckies.
about it.
You know you want to come live with us."
I thought about it, but I was like,
The
I better
Muscovy
not.
are quiet. See, our Cayuga is quiet, and then our Blue Swedish are pretty quiet too. Like they don't make a whole lot of noise.
They're
I'm
sweet when
back.
they're young.
It's my nephew's birthday today.
Birthday to your nephew.
Aw, happy birthday to your nephew. Everybody's birthday
It's Bridget's
today. Goodness
birthday at
gracious.
Thorhaven
Yes,
Farm.
Thorhaven has a birthday there too. How awesome. Everybody's birthday. When's mine?
It's in
Forever
October,
from
bro.
now. I know. Is it my half birthday yet? We
They
can
are
celebrate.
very cute when they're young. They hit about 5.
Oh
They got
no.
attitude.
I think 7 is when they start getting not so cute no more. They're so cute when they're little. They really are. And then the attitude comes and then they're not so cute no
Some
more.
pet wild rabbits. What she just feeds them, or I don't know if they're wild. How are they her pets?
Oh yeah. So yeah, that she probably just feeds the wild rabbits and they were probably domesticated at some point and let free. A lot of farms do that now.
Right.
And a lot of people have problems with it. The big farms and places like that have big gardens and stuff don't like it, so they call in people to eradicate them. And if there's a person that's continuing to feed them, then they're going to continue to reproduce and stick around. And so it's in areas that are big, like right here with farms, it would be fine for most of everybody because the big farms around us, none of them have gardens. We're the only one right here that has a garden. Everyone else around us has big farms, goats, cows, sheep, horses, but no gardens. So had it been a lot of farms with gardens and vegetable patches and stuff, then it would be an issue. But we have a lot of wild rabbits around here, and they're not really a big problem for us.
No.
But if there were a lot more gardens, it would be an issue, probably.
Yeah, probably. New plans for the year.
Oh my
Additions.
gosh, yes. A billion of them.
We got so
Too many to
plans.
count. I think our biggest one would be our farm stand and our barn.
Farm
those are our
stand
two
build
biggest ones.
and the barn build are going to be some massive projects. Maybe get some turkeys this year or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple
Well,
new
I think we're
additions
probably
to the
going to
farm.
wait on animals for a little while till we back on some of the pigs we've
Hello,
got
Destiny.
currently. Hey, Destiny, how are you? But so she doesn't feed them. She just wants you guys to catch them. I mean, they're really fast, like
Good luck.
super fast. We've had our own get loose before.
Easiest way to catch them
is to kill them.
is with 22.
You have to shoot them. Probably trying not to kill people. Us
Hey,
too.
you know what? I do that every day, and I'm successful thus far. So I believe you can do it too, girl.
CJM Farms, we have done so much on our property in the last 4 years now. June will be 4 years that we've been here on our property and since we bought the house. And I'll tell you what, it has taken so much, but we are finally really getting into all of our major things, like really opening the pasture area up. We were finally able to take down a ton of trees, and now we're brush hogging big areas to be able to do our trees and all of that, our fruit trees,
orchard and our bushes
and our brambles and all of that good stuff.
Our bees.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Hopefully soon we've got our bees.
We've been talking about bees for 3 years.
We have, and really, we didn't realize there were so many rules and regulations here in Arkansas. You have to go through the state and register them, and register your hives, and you have to okay it with what is a 5 mile or 1 mile radius.
I think it's like a 5 mile radius.
To make sure all of the other neighbors in your area don't mind that you also have bees, if they have bees, or there's just a lot.
I think you just have to check if they have bees, and if they do have bees, you have to be so far.
Well, you have to okay it too, because if you have bees, then you can accidentally steal somebody else's swarm by
Yeah, it's a whole big deal.
Yeah, it's a big ordeal. So it's been in bakes. But
do your research is what I say if you're going to have bees for your state or your country or however you want to do it, wherever you're at.
A large brooder and a chicken tractor.
I would definitely say the 22 is the best way to eradicate the rabbits.
Yeah, we'll kill people with you anytime. We're not trying to kill people.
I've said that.
I mean, he might. I don't know about me.
I try not to kill people every day, and I've succeeded thus far.
The children and I are usually waiting our plant starts. They're coming. They are all popping up and doing great. We're finally starting to see some true leaves coming in, Destiny, and then we'll be separating them out. And so it'll be just a few more weeks, which really you don't want to plant just yet anyway. Yeah. The middle of April is when you want to start planting, which really you want to make sure. Last year we had 3 late frosts, so you really want to make sure that it's not in the next 10 days before you plant.
Homesteading is an eyesore. So the EPA came by and they 2 more times, and now they have come to the point where he's done dealing with us. He's like, I don't want to come out no more, so I'm going to go ahead and close your case.
Yeah.
And then I was a little upset with the last time him being here, so I said, at what point does this become harassment? And do I need to call your superiors? And he did not like that. He said, I will get on the phone with my superiors and we will not bother you anymore. So
and
hopefully,
we haven't had any problems since. That was in December.
And hopefully he's done messing with us.
Yeah, we haven't had any more problems, which is great.
I want bees for the garden and the honey.
Yes, so we actually have a neighbor, 2 houses from us, that we know, and he currently has bees, and I think he's ready to retire himself from the bee area, and I think he's wanting Jay to
take over,
either the bees or all of them.
I think he's wanting all.
But he did mention it, and so his bees have already been doing such a wonderful job in our garden. In the last couple of years,
his honey as well,
and his honey is so good. But his bees fly to our garden every year, so his bees are essentially creating their honey from our garden, and then we're buying honey from him and eating it, and it's great. I love it. So we're wanting bees for both cross-pollination and honey. And I make a lot of body products, lip balms and soaps and stuff. So even the beeswax would come handy to be able to use for some of those products as well. So that's going to be awesome.
Going to be amazing.
Local honey is so good. It's so good.
Yes, it is.
And
awesome
they have different flavors too.
I was happy to see it or hear it.
Yeah, me
And
too. Well, they had already closed it once,
They
and then they
closed it
came
and then
back.
they reopened it, and then
Well, somebody was complaining because our animals are near the road, and he kept coming and he was like, "I can't tell you to move your animals because
they're in a fence,
so you legally have the right to keep them there."
and it's on
I'm
my
like,
property.
all of these other animals are in fences along the road, like these cows and sheep and horses. But
Right.
because ours are pigs, we shouldn't have them there.
Right.
So
You guys are doing great. That's awesome. Thank you very much.
We're trying.
We're trying.
We're learning a little every day, for sure.
Yeah.
It's all new. We came from the city. So you have a little bit of knowledge of some of it, like fruit stand was in your family.
Right.
And then the turkey houses, but not like a whole lot, really.
Yeah.
And then I have zero knowledge of any of it. Like, honestly, when we first decided to buy seeds and plant our first garden, I had no clue how many different varieties. I honestly was just like so closed-minded and everything that I thought what you saw in the store was all that there was. Like, I thought that was the only thing, like only varieties and stuff. And so, like, I feel like I've come a long way. Ever since that moment of the aha, I've done so much research. Like, my brain is like exploding with research.
I'm sure that you can find a local honey supplier around where you are, but if not, you can always come see our neighbor.
Yeah, while you're here, you can stop in and get some from them.
I can take you up there
and
get you some. We can ride 4-wheeler up there or whatever.
Oh wow, Southern California and Vegas. Yeah, I'm just from the city, like down the road.
She's never left Arkansas.
I have.
Well,
I lived in a few other places when I was little, but for the most part, yes, I've been in Arkansas most of my life. And then this guy grew up in
Florida,
Pensacola, big city. So old city.
Old people city.
That's
where old people go to retire.
But it's a big like tourist area.
It is a massive area.
Yeah.
But the population is less than what's in Northwest Arkansas.
No.
Yeah.
It's a big tourist area.
Yes.
I count that as population.
Actually, no, we didn't even go to school together.
Eastern Washington near Idaho.
Oh, it's so cold.
Did we meet in high school? Oh yeah, no, we didn't even go to school.
She was in high school when we met.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a video of like how we met. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that, and we'll probably air it for our anniversary this year for everyone. Yeah, so it'll be in October. But yeah, we were not in school together.
She was friends with my little sister and went to school with my little sister, and my mom lived two houses down, and I was not living there, and then I was living there.
He wasn't living there. He was like just there for a second. Oh, whoa! Justin Rhodes visited yours. Wow, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Is it on his American Farm tour? Like, did he stop in for that, or I watched that video of his, and I've seen like a few of his videos where he stopped in at other people's farms and visited and stuff. So, oh wow, yeah, that's so cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's super cool.
Matt is
8 years older than you.
I'm only 2 years.
Okay, so you're like my age, because Matt is my uncle's age, and my uncle's 8 years older than I am. So you're my age then. Right around. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Matt and Jeremiah are the same age.
Close to it.
They were like best friends growing up. So, right. Yeah, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. That is awesome. I don't know what I would say if Justin Rhodes stopped by here. Hi, welcome to our farm.
Yeah.
We're trying. Don't judge us.
We're a work in progress. Please don't judge me.
You guys have an amazing night, and I'll definitely bug you guys later. You're welcome to bug us anytime. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. He was fixing Roger's high school walls when I was still in high school. Wow.
So you went to school, man?
Maybe. Did we go to school together? We might have. Shit, I don't know. was paying at the time until we started talking about stuff. Oh, wow, that's creepy. I'm a work in progress, but I'm really we are always a work in progress. Oh, see, she graduated, so she's your age.
Yeah, I graduated in 05.
Yeah, but she's more your age.
She's same age as me.
Yeah, so because my graduating year
The
was
year of the
2009.
dragon.
Yours or mine?
Mine.
Oh, mine was
year of
like the year of
dragon.
the chicken or something.
Yeah, we're the same age.
Oh yeah, see, I just turned 30. I'll be 31 this year.
Yes, always
Yes,
a work
always
in
a
progress.
work-
That is something I've said in all of our videos, I think.
And all of our
And
lives.
I will say it every time because we are always progressing or trying to progress. That's what it's all about.
Right, we're just trying to learn more and just get better at what we're doing, and we'll never be perfect. Nobody is perfect. Even practice doesn't make perfect.
No, practice makes
it
better.
makes better. So we're a work in progress.
That's right.
And eventually we'll get to where we want to go and then have more dreams.
Right.
Because why stop dreaming?
Never
right?
stop.
Never stop dreaming.
That will be 40.
Wow. So does that mean Jeremiah's going to be 40 this year? Or is he already 40? I think Jeremiah's older than that.
I think he's like a year or two.
Because I thought Jeremiah was like 42.
I don't know.
Come on, now I'm going to have to
Now we got to go ask him.
How old are you? I don't think he's going to like that. Oh, yeah. Ask Matt how old Jeremiah is. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh.
So she was even a year ahead of Ayla because Ayla graduated in 07? Yeah.
She's a
same age, yeah, but I thought
she graduated.
I wasn't 3 years behind her. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think Jeremiah is 41 this year.
I'm gonna have to ask him.
Oh well.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he was 8 years older than me, but maybe I'm wrong. I could have swore he was 8 years. Don't you bring that up. My kids said I'm 29.
Oh yeah, you're 29.
Stay that way forever. He doesn't remember. It's been a minute, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's been since you've
Me either.
seen Jeremiah. Spoke with Jeremiah.
Right, yeah. It's been a
long
while
time for us.
It's a couple of years now since
they've been down.
they've been down.
We've never been up there. So.
We have yet to make it up there, yeah. One of these days. We'll try really hard.
We have to find a farm sitter.
Yeah, we have to find a farm sitter.
Are those a thing?
And for the one person put a thumbs down at least to watching you guys. I didn't know they totally didn't even click the button by accident.
Well, remember to hit the thumbs up on the way out then.
Yeah, all the thumbs up make it even better.
You know, they hit the thumbs down at 6:15, but like 15 or 20 minutes before we even got on.
Yeah, like they didn't even see it. They just hit the thumbs down.
Oh, that's your real name.
Oh, that's so funny. That's my uncle's name. That's who we were actually talking about. But
Chrissy!
Hey girl, hey.
How's your hair,
to see your
girl?
hair like super soon.
She already sent you a message. You're just on your live.
No, I don't have a message.
You just cleared.
No, I didn't. Nuh-uh. Chrissy, did you send me a message and I just didn't see it yet?
She sent you a message.
Already did. Look at that.
Already did.
Heck, yes,
awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, she did.
I told you.
I didn't see it. Well, I will definitely have to go check that out.
Oh, she said, to hell with the live. I'm going to go look at Chrissy.
It's on silent, but I will go back and listen in a minute. I just want to see your hair.
See her. Oh, snap.
It's way too close for me to see your hair.
She did that on purpose.
Oh, I see pink though. You see it? You see pink? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. It looks really good. I love it. I literally just read your lips in that. At the very end, you said, I love it. We were calling my hair watermelon. Yes, I was going to say it looks like a watermelon. I love it.
Don't worry. I've been on YouTube for 2 years and it still doesn't bug me.
We've been on YouTube for 2 years too, and we're slowly chugging along.
Yeah, we're working on it.
We're getting there. But hey, we're just sharing what we're doing all the time now. We don't really care. But keep that energy up and be yourself. One of my good YouTube friends told me that a long time ago, and they have a lot of subscribers. Remember, be yourself and keep that energy up. Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you
We're
very
trying.
much.
I think that we're getting to be a lot more comfortable.
Oh yeah,
here
whenever we
versus-
first started, it
oh my
was
gosh,
like
it
so
was so
awkward
bad,
and weird,
yeah.
and I didn't even want to be on the damn camera. I made Ariel do all of it, and I was like, "That's on you. You do your thing."
And
now
I'll just
I'm
stand
like,
in the background.
"What's up, people?" I
Yeah.
don't care.
So I think that we've gotten a lot more comfortable. And I think knowing a lot of you and seeing like so many of you guys get on and talk with us and chat with us and then commenting on our videos and stuff, I think that really helps
This community,
ease us.
this homesteading community that we have, that everybody's in, it's freaking amazing. I mean, we all
Mm-hmm.
are pretty much doing
Hello,
the same
Blessed
things,
Homestead.
and we're all works in progress, and we all know it, and we all know that we'll get there, but I don't know.
It's just been so like welcoming.
Yeah,
and,
everybody
and
is so
helpful.
nice.
Everyone is just really just, everybody just rooting everybody on, and it's
Right,
great.
yeah.
And I think that has helped us.
we
All that
always
love,
feel
yes. Yes. Especially from like our extra special people over here, like along the river Homestead, who shows up for everything. Even when she went and got her hair done, she still managed to show up. And she left the first comment, even though she knew she wasn't going to be here, and just, all of you just popping in every time. We notice you guys.
Yes, and we very much appreciate it.
It has definitely helped us be more comfortable with what we're doing here and showing everybody what we're doing.
Southern blessed.
I froze up and had to get my wife to help me out. See, I feel like it was kind of like that too. I mean, we didn't like freeze, but like it was definitely awkward.
Yeah.
Yes.
So awkward.
And we're always like, even before every live, we still are so worried that nobody's going to get on and we're going to be like, oh my gosh, we need to just sit here and talk to ourselves.
It's going to be me and her talking to each other
about
at the screen.
Randomness. Yeah.
That's what we
and that's how we started this live, really, before people jumped on. But it felt natural this time.
Yeah.
And before it definitely was weird.
Now it's less. I have a lot less anxiety about it now. Like it doesn't bother me to be on camera anymore.
Right? Yeah. It used to be so like nerve-wracking and like get your anxiety going.
Yeah. It gets me flustered. And
now I feel like we're just chatting with friends, so
right,
it's totally like not weird at all.
Like I didn't even realize when we've been on for an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh wow! Yeah. So like, see, we don't even feel like. Yeah, we don't even feel like we're on camera anymore. We now are at the point where we feel like we're just chatting with all of our friends because that's exactly what we're doing.
Just remember, there's only 38 billion people
on YouTube. Oh my gosh. So now that I know your name is Jeremiah, I'm going to call you that just because I like to call people by their names if I can. But anyway, I was
Go eat dinner. We love you too.
Love you. Eat your dinner. We got to eat ours too. It's sitting on the stove. But I actually mentioned the other day we'd finally hit 800, which I forgot to share out and tell everybody. So thank you guys for 800 subscribers.
And now we're at like 840.
830 something, I think. Yeah. But anyway, we had hit 800, and I was sitting in bed when I seen it, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I really like all the little wheels started turning in my head, and I looked at Jay and I was like, that means there's 800 people watching us. Maybe we should stop. Because like it just like clicked in my head that it's a crowd. Like if we gathered all of them in one place, that is 800 people. And like for a second I got a little stage fright just thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot of people.
Thumbs up, everyone. Woo woo.
Heck yeah.
Thank you, Chrissy. Enjoy your dinner.
Yes, thanks, Chrissy. I'm so excited about your hair. Also, what are you eating for dinner?
We like dinner.
I'm about to go eat our dinner, actually. But, yeah, it was just like a random thought in my head when I noticed that we had 800 subscribers. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of people that are watching us. Maybe we should stop.
Nah, keep it going.
Is it weird that we have like a fear of getting famous?
Like I already know most of the people around here
to be like famous. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of a scary thought. I'll definitely get it out there. 800, you guys rock. I only have 700, and I'm just being stupid all the time.
Hey, having fun is what it's all about.
For real.
At first, like I said, I did not want to have anything to do with being on the camera and talking to anybody else about anything.
Yes.
But now, I love it.
My gosh, it's so great. Like.
I still forget to film stuff, but
yeah, and we don't mean to forget to film. We just get so busy, and
it is
ours
fun.
is our phones. Like we film with our phones instead of like an actual camera. And I think if we had an actual camera, we would probably think about it like we would be more aware of like grabbing the camera versus we have phones on us all the time, so we don't think about it. Just pull it out and film it. So we have a hard time remembering to film, but I've seen that Stephanie said that she has a hard time coming up with things to film. Honestly, girl, anything and everything.
All of it.
Whatever you're doing, people like to watch you be you. Like vlog style is actually my favorite. I like to watch vlog style more than anything else. So if you're just showing us like what you're doing, that's exactly what I like to do. I like to see what other people are doing.
Yes, I agree. We have to buy a couple more tripods just so that we can have some laying around to use. Because
our videos were so bad in the beginning.
Horrible.
God, we went back just the other day and watched some of them, and we're like, "What were we doing?
Like, what the hell's going on there?"
It was so bad, like shaky.
You're trying to watch,
and
you're like, "Oh man,
this is hurting my head."
Yeah.
Yes.
Just record
your whole day, and then like put bits and pieces, and make it into different videos. Like, 5 videos out of your whole day, and then film one day a week and make it into 5 videos. Boom, you're good to go. Find them at secondhand source.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Yeah, that's genius. But yeah, we have 2 tripods, but one won't hold our camera. We need a new piece to it. The other one we have, because it's our phone.
Right.
So we need a new piece to it to be able to hold the phone because that piece broke. And then we have another tripod, and I like it, but it is only like a stand-up tripod. You can't, like, the other one is the gorilla one. So like a little octopus. I don't know why they didn't name it an octopus. Because, it's got the little legs that you can bend and stuff. So they could name it a treptopus.
Yeah. Deer Park Farmstead, enjoy your dinner. It has been a pleasure. Thank you for watching.
Have a good night. Thanks for joining us. Just don't want to be boring. You can never be too boring. Come on now. Just talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah. God.
Talk about just whatever. Talk about your day. Talk about your plans. Show what you've got going on. Got a gimbal that attaches to my cell phone, and it was about a second.
Damn,
yes,
that's a hell of a
awesome
deal. Yeah.
Hell yeah. $80.
Yeah, that's great.
Dang. Yeah, we like the secondhand shops. We definitely go.
And don't forget to smash the thumbs up. That's right.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, goodness. I think we'll stay on until that says 2.
Okay.
Because, we're already that close. We got 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
So we'll chat for another 7 minutes, and then we're going to jump off and eat something because we're starving.
Yeah.
My food really cooled off enough to eat because it was, like, stupid hot. Or, like, fire in your plate or bowl. It's going to be so good. I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody get like so busy that you forget to lay out food to cook your dinner? Because that totally happens a lot. Value Village in Canada. What is that? Is that like a secondhand place? Because that's cool. We've got like 50 secondhand places in town. There's so many of them in our town.
Consignment stores.
Yeah. So they've got they've got a bunch of them that we like to go check out. And then they've got some others that we kind of just stay away from because the CEO gets all of the money instead of helping and put back into the community and stuff.
Yeah.
Last call, people's any questions? LOL. Last call for us to call.
Questions.
Gotta come up with a better saying there. That happened tonight. That's why I
had leftovers.
That's our go-to. If we totally do not remember to put anything like out to cook, we're like, all right, we're just gonna have leftovers. Or like soup and sandwiches or something.
Yep.
But we've had a lot lately because
so we're out of leftovers now.
Yeah. So I really had to like make sure we cooked something tonight. But that's why I was cooking while we were trying to do the live.
Right.
I got it all started like
right before
the 15 minutes before we went live. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ended.
I was like, babe, we got 2 minutes.
The start. He said 2 minutes, and I put the lid on the pan. I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Let's go. I've had a lot of fun on YouTube. I don't know what's getting into me. Maybe you're just getting like all happy and stuff. I don't know. Getting all crazy with it.
Right.
Finally feeling comfortable. I don't know. I've been having lots of fun. I just keep forgetting that YouTube is there sometimes. Not like forgetting to even like upload videos because I remind myself to edit and make sure we're uploading and stuff. But like making time to go watch all of our friends' videos and stuff because I really do enjoy watching and being able to comment and show everybody so much support as well. And I've got it in now because we've gotten so busy that I just don't have time to actually like sit back and relax. And a lot of the times too, like we'll watch people's channels on the TV and then we won't be able to comment because we don't have that option on our TV. So I'll try to go back to those videos that I know that I've been able to watch and go leave comments days later if I can remember to.
Right.
Because I know all of that helps all of us.
Everybody.
You know, we're all small. We're all trying to get somewhere. We're all trying to show what we're doing. And, you know, as long as you're being real, then we'll be real right back. I mean, we're always going to be real. Like,
keep it
real. Gotta get real with it.
Must be garbage.
And yeah.
Phone's at 2%.
Must be. I'm out in the yard picking up shovels. Oh. Well.
It's kind of dark.
Shoot,
don't step on
dark.
the shovel.
Goodness, don't hurt yourself. Oh, my phone's at 22%. And 2%, it's gonna die. Mine's right there with you. But oh, you have a charger. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm at 80%.
Now that we're almost done here,
I'm at 80%.
Plug mine in now. All right. Well, I assume that means you're jumping off. So bye. Have a good night.
See you, Stephanie.
Be careful with those shovels.
Get with my people and
we'll schedule. We'll have to pencil you guys in. Yeah, we'll have to find a weekend that we're not like crazy busy.
We're gonna make time.
We will definitely make a good time for you guys to come.
A good time on it.
Yeah. We'll move the pigs around so that way, you know, Matt doesn't come over and be like, oh, yeah, we definitely ain't getting one of those. Let us clean it up first.
Right.
Then he'll know. My gosh. I can't believe we talked for so long. Like, it did not feel like we've already been on for 2 hours.
No, I'm bugging it.
I know.
26%.
But you guys have an amazing dinner. All right. You have an amazing night. Yes.
Everybody have an amazing night,
evening, night, or day. I know people over in Australia are morning right now, I think. They're about 13 hours ahead of us. I don't know if anybody's on right now, Australia-wise.
Just Canada and Arkansas now.
Yeah. Well, there's 7 people on, so it can't be just Canada and Arkansas. Yeah. We're not 7 people. We can't have that many open.
Right.
I mean, I know we try. I try to have mine going because I don't want to comment on here and move the computer around on everybody and be like, oh,
like back in the beginning, you know,
like the old days. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff there for sure.
There's some weird videos.
Yeah,
it's like,
I don't even know.
What do you even do?
We've gotten so much better though, for sure.
What do you even do?
But that just goes to show like how far we've come, not only on our property but in our YouTube.
Right. Yeah.
And like even just like that's a lot. Like we've come a long way for sure.
Yeah, our first year was like our awkwardness
and our second year was mostly awkward. Like the last since November. Yeah, I'm gonna say since November we have really stepped up our game, and I really think that everything has changed since then.
I agree.
But we have 10 seconds left to say good night to all of you. So
we bid you adieu. Deuces.
All right, y'all have a wonderful night.
That's the end.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Almost fell down.
They caught that.